Assuming the Democrats take back the House and hopefully even the Senate this coming November, they got a lot of work to do, right? We have an entire administration that probably needs to be impeached multiple times over. We also have members of Congress that have done irreparable harm to the United States of America, either through their rhetoric or through legislation that they have proposed. In fact, we basically just have an entire Republican Party that has spent the last several years in power trying to hurt as many people as possible. And that brings me to a question. This one is from Ryoshi Sama, who asks, if and when we get control of Congress before or after the November election, how smart of a strategy would it be to, rather than attacking the GOP as a whole, calling out by name and attacking the individual members that support unpopular legislation and policies? Maybe positively calling out the Republicans that try to stop these policies and legislations would also help. I know that you and other political commentators are doing it, but getting more Democratic congressmen and women to do so would be great. A great example of why this actually is an effective strategy happened just a few days ago. Republican Representative Andy Ogles from Tennessee, right, posted that horrible homophobic comment on social media. Oh, this is going to be great. Everybody's going to love it. This is how I'm kicking off Pride Month. You know, homosexuality has no place in the United States is basically what the post said. And the backlash was fast and furious against him, to the point where a day later he had to come out and be like, that totally wasn't me. That was a rogue staffer doing it. I would never say anything like that. But because he was called out, because that one person was singled out and a massive spotlight shone on them, he ran away like a coward and threw somebody else under the bus that honestly probably didn't deserve to be thrown under the bus, because I have little doubt that Ogles himself probably made that post. So it works. The shaming of these people works. Now, if we do it as a whole, as a party, it allows them to all band together and fight back. And that's a fight that maybe we win, maybe we don't. But if it's one person that's done something so offensive or horrific that the moderates and independents are like, hey, that's a bridge too far, you're a piece of crap, then you get other Republicans saying, well, yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't like what this individual said. I don't like what they proposed. This is not good. This is not what our party needs. Then you have a united front against the individual. So I like your question. I think it's a very good idea. Call out the individual when it's time to call out the individual. Now, does that mean we don't attack the Republican Party as a whole? Hell no. We still do that because they're still all awful, right? I can't point to a single good Republican in the House or Senate. And I'm in a Republican-controlled state. I can't point to a single good one here. When they do something good, as occasionally they do, because even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then, I will give them credit for it. I have given Ted Cruz credit for calling for term limits, right? I think that's a good idea. I have given state legislators that are hardcore Republicans who I know for a fact hate me. I've given them credit when they've done good things, which was literally only one time. But anyway, story for another day. But yeah, we can praise Republicans if they do something good. Maybe it'll inspire them to do more good things. In the case of the two individuals that I've had to personally do that for, it hasn't. But nevertheless, you will get criticized when you do something wrong. You will get praised when you do something good. That's how life should be. And honestly, that's not even just reserved for me talking about Republicans. I do that with Democrats. When they screw up, I'll be the first one out here to talk about it. I do right now. I still criticize the Democratic Party, and I always will, because they are not perfect, and I want them to be perfect. They never will be. Nobody ever will be. But singling out the individuals, as you pointed out in your question, I think is a brilliant idea. And it's what we all need to focus on moving forward as much as we can.